Hello, friends. Today is the day I'm starting my launch for my new app. I am so excited, and I'm trying to blast all the platforms and also emails and just get the word out any way I can. So here I am going live. To give you an idea of what it is I'm doing is I am creating a platform upon which I can place information, programs, exercises, a variety of resources for people who want to improve their singing and take ownership of their singing. So it's not just about external validation, right? But it's about actually taking the bull by the horns, so to speak, your own voice, your own sense of expression, and in a way to make you feel fulfilled artistically, right? So maybe that feels like, I don't know, for some people, maybe that feels like it's a long way away. And for other people, they're kind of like, I'm all set in that department. I'm not saying I can help everybody, but I feel like I can help 99% of people find more fulfillment in their singing. I do it every day here at Snow College, and I love it so much. I really have developed a true passion for teaching, and along with that, over the past several years, wanting to give my students more, wanting to find ways to keep them more engaged in between lessons, right? So we see each other once a week, and that's the standard format. But then what happens in between lessons, depending on the personality of the student, depending on a variety of factors, practice will occur or not occur as effectively. And so the point of the app is multiple points of contact, being able to stay in touch with each other. And then even when we're not personally in touch, having a variety of resources depending on what the need is. So there's a huge part of singing that is actually psychology. That's actually what you're thinking. And your thoughts can affect your voice, like very, very rapidly and very in a very salient way that's undeniable. And so we need to make sure that the power of our imagination is working for us and not against us as singers. We can imagine, we can catastrophize, and then guess what happens to the voice? It's very tragic. Everything shuts down. Or even if it's not, even if everything doesn't shut down, even if it's just minor self-doubt that's entering in, it will diminish that experience of joy, not only for you, but for your audience as well, right? Because we're all in it together. And what you experience, they experience. And if you're feeling nervous, they're feeling nervous for you. You better believe it. If they're rude, mean people, they might just be feeling judgmental toward you, but don't worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. So we did a studio class last night. I posted on my way there. I had a super tired day yesterday, and I'm having a tired day again today. I'm not sure what's going on, if it's the weather. We got dumped on with snow today. I'm wearing my snow sweater. But we had this amazing studio class last night here at Snow College, and we made an agreement at the beginning of the class that we wouldn't care what our audience thought, that we would we would make our art, right? We would express ourselves, and we would come to do what we would get up there and do the thing we came to do, which is an authentic performance, right? Show ourselves. And it's amazing to me the difference between a professional performer who's willing to be vulnerable and tell a story that comes from within them versus a student or an amateur performer who is trying to check the boxes and do the song right. And what does that provide in terms of a human connection? What does that provide in terms of touching your audience in any way when you're up there checking the boxes? I'll tell you. Unless you're a fourth grader. I'm sorry. That was so rude. Unless your parents are in the audience and you're a young person, it's not doing much for anybody, including yourself, right? And so the idea is, yes, there is a place for checking the boxes. I'm not saying that you throw everything out the window, right? We balance the law and the love. The law is physics. The law is the properties of the instrument and how it works, and you've got to understand that. You've also got to understand principles of musicality, right? But sometimes we get so bogged down in the left brain, the analytical side of things, that we can't allow the music to flow. And so we have to find the balance there. And it's a combination of dedicated study and also letting go. And sometimes the letting go part is easier for certain personalities. The people I've met generally who are studying to be singers have a harder time with the letting go and an easier time with the buckling down and studying. So the law, so to speak. So I want to invite everybody to check out my posts. I have a long post that's going out on all my platforms today, including my personal Facebook and my personal Instagram, but also on my professional pages, my LinkedIn and everywhere like that. And it's going to kind of explain the Fall in Love with Your Voice 6-week challenge, which is going to be my launch, which is going to be my kicking off program with my app. I am so excited. I really feel like this is the platform I've been looking for to be able to provide my students, wherever they are in the world, with all the tools that they need to become complete performers and to feel truly fulfilled in what they are creating, right? To feel like they are sensing that internal authority to have a voice and to express yourself exactly as you are. 2 of our performers last night in the studio class sang jazz, and I said, the only rule in jazz is that you have to make it your own and you have to play with it. You have to have fun with it. And so for people who are kind of checking the boxes, that's like, oh, having fun with it or playing with it, I'm just trying to get it right. Okay, well, and that's, again, I'm not saying that people should get up and sing off pitch or, in order to be free. That's not what I'm talking about here. But there is a certain level of study, and then I call it obstacle course, playground. So when you first pick up a song, it's like an obstacle course, and you're like American Gladiators, and you're trying not to fall off into the goo, right? And you're being really careful and meticulous about the details. And then once you've gone through the obstacle course enough, it becomes like a parkour course that you're going to do flips off of, and you're a total master of it, right? So that's the idea, is that we're getting from point A to point B, and not just sort of taking point A to an audience and saying, I checked all the boxes. Anyway, so the challenge is called Fall in Love with Your Voice, because everybody wants to fall in love. Who doesn't want to fall in love? And falling in love with your ability to express yourself and feeling the confidence and the desire to express yourself in ways that are deeply fulfilling to you. That is the goal of the course. So I'm looking for 10 founding members to join me as I am fleshing it out, as I am tweaking it, as I am learning from, directly from them. So I'm offering a deep discount for these first 10 people that come in, because they'll be helping me with their feedback. And so, but I'm not going to do more than 10. In fact, I felt like 10 was kind of a lot already. And so that's where I'm going to cap it. But I want to invite everybody to reach out to me directly, DM me. The posts say to comment. Yeah, actually comment on the post. If you have the post, that's great. Or if you want to DM me, that's also fine. Just get in touch. But comment, surrender to music and play. So that's the goal. We want to get ourselves to a point where we're able to truly express ourselves from a place of freedom and from a place of joy, right? Instead of being so hard on ourselves, right? That inner critic is so active in there, especially when we're trying to do creative things. It's like, not good enough. It's not good enough. But at a certain point, when we share it with others, we want to share it from a joyful place and not from a fearful place. So check it out. I will continue posting every day this week as I'm launching, and I'm putting more information out there. Cart opens tomorrow. So to check it out, reach out to me, comment below. I would love to see everybody's comments, and I hope that you get excited about it too. See you soon.